Today we are going to be chit-chatting about body image just in general, and especially coming up with our IVF journey and pregnancy. So I did just want to give a little disclaimer that this topic can be a little triggering, but I also want to be able to freely talk about how we're feeling without having too much of a filter. So if this is a sensitive topic for you, full disclaimer, we're going to be very open and not kind of tiptoeing around it. So if you're not feeling safe listening to that, skip this episode. But if it's something that you're wanting to hear, hope you enjoy. Hello, and welcome to Staying Up with Cami and Taryn. I'm Cami.
And I'm Taryn. And every night we have a sleepover or whatever. Every night we get to sleep over, whatever, bro.
Oh my God.
And then we invite you to join us.
And then this happens and that happens. And then we have a baby.
Wait, I didn't tell you this, but today at the chiropractor, I'm obsessed with my chiropractor. He's the greatest person in the world, Dr. Mike Delacourt. And his last name's Delacourt, like our show we're watching. I'm like, you're so fucking fancy.
Oh my God. Did you tell him?
No.
Oh, you should.
We were so deep. We talked all about what we deal with in therapy.
Oh, we weren't talking about TV shows. That was too surface level for us. We went deep.
But then he quoted old school, the whole thing.
Oh, wow.
I love him. And
love him.
about 45 minutes into our hour, he goes, would you ever have a podcast? And I go, I have a podcast. And he goes, that makes so much sense. He's like, you ask such great questions.
Aww.
And I was like, thanks. He's like, you remind me of my other friend that has a podcast. She's queer, really cool like you, blah, 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 blah. Allison.
We gotta find Allison.
I literally was like, who? He said, DM me later and I'll send her to you.
Oh my God. You have to. I want to know Allison's podcast.
I'm like, who is this? You guys, my chiropractor has a dog named Merlot, and he calls her Merlot, and he calls her his perfect princess.
Oh.
Anyway, I don't know why I brought that up.
I don't know.
I do remember.
Oh.
Because I was saying when I went to like explain it, what the podcast is.
Yeah.
I'm like, I like roll my eyes at myself because I feel like I want to do the like, why I'm
staying up and I'm nice. Yeah. I just tell people like I have a podcast with my wife and we just talk about life because we're moving through different stages, and I feel like I built my following off of coming out, and then now we've all grown up and now we're going through like marriage and babies and figuring shit out. So just like sharing it, and hopefully it can help somebody.
Yeah, that's better. Maybe we should rework the beginning.
No, because the beginning's like a little like thing.
Whatever.
You know, I'm not going to be like, we're trying to inspire you. Like, it's not that serious.
I do feel like we are trying to inspire you.
For sure. For sure.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you guys, welcome to Staying Up. With life's twists and turns, we are here to help you stay
Imagine we just go like so serious.
Above the clouds, above the dirt.
Every episode's just slam poetry. That was kind of beautiful.
Wait, let me finish it. Okay. Above the clouds, above the dirt. Whatever you do, make her squirt.
That is not where I thought you were going. I thought it was going to be like, even if you get hurt. That was so much better than anything. No.
Through the joy, through the hurt.
Honey, yours was... Oh, yeah. Don't forget to make her squirt.
To make her squirt.
Okay, that's our new intro. I hope you guys enjoy it.
Vote yes.
Yeah, vote yes if you want that
Kamala
to be.
Harris.
And make her squirt.
And make her squirt.
Jesus. Every time I think we're going to have like a family-friendly episode that I might send to my mom.
This ain't right.
Because she asks me about our IVF journey all the time, and is rightfully so confused and learning with us. And I'm like, one of these times I'll just send her a podcast episode when we talk about it. And then every time we end up talking about squirting or something that I do not want her to listen to.
I am 1000% sure this is the first time I've ever brought that up here.
No, I'm not saying we talk about squirting. We talk about something adjacent.
I'm not sure that something as intense like squirting.
No, that was definitely a big... You did your big one today. You did a big one.
You did a big one.
Anyways, this is a crazy month for us. I'm so like, it's such an exciting month. And I feel like this always happens in our life when like one thing's happening, a bunch of things are just happening.
Yeah.
we I think thrive in chaos sometimes. As much as we complain and we're like, oh my God, it's too much is going on. I kind of think we have a toxic relationship with chaos.
Okay, thank you for finishing that. We have a toxic relationship
With chaos, not us. No. Babe, we're good. We are great, but we like when things get like a little kooky. And we don't, but we do. And we don't, but we do.
I don't.
No, you don't. Maybe I have a toxic relationship with chaos.
That could be it, because I feel very
Unstable,
as we know from a couple episodes ago, but I am so on the fucking up, you guys.
Oh yeah, baby's thriving again.
I look back at that week of my life and think, was I just being so dramatic? But then I'm like, I'm still so glad that I like let myself feel really low, because so much good came out of that, and I had so many good conversations.
Oh,
but
my
I
God,
was just like, maybe
people
I was
texting
just
you.
grumpy.
Well, I do think, and
Yeah.
maybe this is hormones happening in your body. Your luteal phase is usually when you have your downtime, which is confusing because for most people it's their high up time. I noticed that on your period you're not awful. You're typical.
I'm wanting to
annoying.
stay on Earth.
Yeah, you're like, ugh, I'm in pain. This is icky. I don't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
And then the week after, you're like, oh, I feel better. Whatever. Now I need to get back to life because anything that was on pause. So I'm a little stressed. Then the week after, you're like, I'm not good.
Yep.
And then the week after that, which is like the week pre-period, you are thriving.
You know what?
What?
I get loony on my looty.
You get loony on the looty.
Loony on the looty. Loony on the looty.
That makes so much sense.
That's so fun.
Is it?
When it happens again,
You're just loony on your looty.
I'll
I'll
just going to
remind
be
you.
like, we're loony on the loot.
Yeah. And that's okay.
She's loony on the looty.
I just feel like knowing what to expect
Yeah.
is always helpful in anything, but especially dealing with like hormones and fluctuations in mood. It's so necessary.
About my freaking chiropractor. He made like a heart attack joke.
Oh.
And I was
how
like,
dare he?
it wasn't like a joke, but he like kind of said something about
I just
something.
have to call him and tell him to not make my wife spiral.
Because I was talking about my left side and how my left side feels tight and whatever. And he was like, oh, did you almost take yourself to the hospital? And I was like, that's what started our big conversation, where I was like, oh, actually I've done my fair share of that.
Been there, done
That's
that.
actually been my, lifelong anxiety, blah, 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 my plight.
plight.
And I love the word plight. And I said, why do I keep doing this?
Did you forget? It's okay,
Loony
honey.
and my looty.
You just take
knowing
a
what to
minute.
expect. We were talking about knowing. We were talking about.
Did you just toot?
No, that was my throat.
Oh. I was like,
Wait. No, that was crazy. Am I okay? Am I loony my looty?
you're loony and it's not the looty.
It is my looty.
No, it's not.
My period's about to start.
That's not your luteal phase.
Dagnabbit. I know nothing about me body.
This is your happy time.
Oh, well, I was talking about IVF and how I'm so excited that I have looked into it and feel like I know what to expect a little bit more.
Yeah.
And that's going to feel really good for me, because like knowing that I'm going to feel certain things, I'm like, okay.
It's so much more calming.
I'm
It's
like about to pump myself with stuff. Of course I'm going to feel funky.
yeah. Oh wait, you know what? You are right. I was double checking on the luteal phase thing.
I think she knows.
So, okay, wait, now are you loony on your loony?
I am loony on my loony. Whenever I feel looniest, it's loony.
It's the beginning of your luteal phase.
Yeah.
But then you have your high, mid to end of luteal phase.
I don't know, brother.
You do poorly in your
whoa.
ovulation.
You do poorly.
You do poorly.
You do poorly are the things that make me do poorly.
You need to come up with a new phrase, because it's during
Poopy on my poorly.
Wait. Okay, period, you're feeling icky.
Losing the plot.
You're follicular. You're like whatever. Your ovulation is when you're down bad.
Okay, guys, help me come up with a catchphrase for my
Wait,
Avi.
you're good in your luteal phase.
No,
You're
I
not-
am loony in my loony at the beginning. It
just
really
the
is.
beginning. Just
Because
the
when
beginning.
I feel looniest, it's always my loony.
You just want it to be loony.
No, I know that for sure.
Okay. Well, anyways, but yeah, we are
Offie
getting
on my Avi.
Avi on your Avi. I knew you'd have something. I knew you'd get there. Thank you. We are having a bunch of work done on our house because we are going to be staying somewhere else during our egg retrieval and IVF.
Yup.
And it was perfect because we're like, okay, dogs are going to be out of the house. We're having somebody house sit to like look over everything, but we don't have to deal with the chaos while we're home.
Iconic.
So now we're like trying to order everything before it happens. It's a little loony loony.
You're becoming a property brother.
Oh my God.
Something's up, property brother.
I think I'm an interior designer. It is so stressful when it's your own money. But I think I would, like, I made a little mood board and it's beautiful. The bathroom I just designed, I think it's stunning. I found the most expensive tile in the fucking world. Actually, I found a double the price one.
Thank God.
That I didn't even like as much. So I was so proud of myself. And that made me feel better.
Thank God you found a more expensive tile.
It made me feel so much better about buying the other one. I'm like, okay, it could be so much worse.
Yeah.
But Taryn gave me 30 minutes to search for a similar tile to the one that I fell in love with for a better price. And then she was like, if you don't find it, because I know if it's out there, you'll find it. If you can't find something you like as much, full send, just buy it.
Because why? What did I say? Time is money.
Oh, yeah. She was like, also, time is money and you're wasting your time. And I'm like, bitch, all I do is Google schmoogle all day long.
Well, that's why I gave you the time limit, because you will spend... I've spent multiple days doing this.
Guys, I am an interior designer researcher. I am scavenging the interwebs, but I cannot find a deal to save my life. But I will find you the most gorgeous tile in the world. I did, however, not order it yet. I ordered samples just to make sure.
Honey, when did they get here?
I don't know.
I think that's not a good idea.
I think it is.
Okay.
Anyways.
Are you loony in your looty right now?
I don't know what I am, honey.
Well,
I'm just loony.
I just feel like we're at the stage where we just need to be ordering.
Yeah. Okay. That's a problem for another time.
But the samples cost money?
No, they were free.
Okay.
I did have a discount for that. I had to pay shipping. So it was like $18.
What if we ask all of the peepees to order samples? and then
we just have a party and everyone brings the samples.
And then it's free. The tiles are free.
Oh. We would need a lot of peepees to help out here.
We could make it with the peepees we have.
Guys.
It's just we would need a lot of
that?
buy-in from the peepees.
Well, okay, you do have to pay for shipping.
But
whatever, I have to pay each peepee $20.
That's what I'm saying.
To like for their time shipping.
No, that's
actually
not.
If you only get 3, it was only $7 shipping. But then I could get 5 for whatever. They don't care about this anyways.
Anyway.
Our bathroom's going to look gorgeous. It's going to cost an arm and a leg, but like whatever. We're never going to be able to afford anything again once we have babies. So now's the time to get it done.
I wonder if when people say things are going to cost an arm and a leg, I wonder if like sometime in history people used to have to give up a limb, like literally.
Must have, right? Like where would that come from?
Yeah.
Somebody Google that. I'd like to know.
Google.
I wish we had a podcast producer who whenever we're like,
I know.
Like even when we talked about luteal phase, I was like looking at my phone while I'm trying to talk to you. Somebody could be like, Frank should do it.
Aww.
That'd
be like, mommy is loony on her looty.
It is luteal.
Cute.
But I've also been looking up like what products and what I can eat, what I can do, what I can't do. Because we've really just been focused on
IVF.
Yeah, I'm like not finishing thoughts during pregnancy and IVF, because we've really just been, as you guys know, focused on not drinking and like eating healthier. Mm-hmm. But I can't use my eyelash serum. You're not supposed to use certain nail polishes. It goes so
How'd you find all that out?
deep. I downloaded an app that you can scan products, but I also have just been Googling nonstop of like.
You just Google the name of the product and then say IVF.
Well,
okay.
I had a feeling that I couldn't use my lash serum, so I googled the lash serum, and it has an ingredient in it that I had learned from Googling that you can't use. I don't know. So I haven't gotten Botox since before our wedding, like a year and a half, which is crazy. I don't know how that much time went by. And I've been wanting to get it again, but I've just been putting it off. And then I realized if I don't do it now, I can't get it until I think after breastfeeding even.
Whoa.
Yeah, so I'm like,
your forehead would be all saggy waggy.
Oh my God, it'd be so saggy waggy.
It looked like mine.
Shut up.
I did, truth.
But I did
Can
go
you guys
today.
believe this is natural.
Shut up. I did go today, and she went, "Wow, you're strong. Your forehead's strong."
Oh my God.
And I was like, "Thank you."
Wow, you're a fucking bitch.
I was like,
wait, that's crazy.
Fuck. I also went to a dermatologist to do it, and it was a wild experience. I'm glad I've had Botox before, because she was like in and out in 5 minutes. She came in, and I was just like turned to the side, and she was just like, didn't even tell me she was about to do it. And like, I'm terrified of needles, but Botox doesn't scare me that bad. But she started going, bop, 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 up. And then she's like, okay, like it's my first time seeing you, so my ego is out the window. If you notice anything that you're not loving, you come back to see me. Like, don't even second guess it. I was like, okay, thanks. And she's like, hey, bye. Have a good day.
Tell me about how many bops you got in there.
I don't know. It was such. I got
the way you just acted 40, it out. It felt like a lot of bops.
I got 42 units, I believe she said. She asked me what I got last time, and I was like, I don't know, because I used to not pay for it because I was working with them.
Like a squirt?
I guess. It's a squirt.
1 squirt of Botox?
She did. I got my crow's feet for the first time.
Honey,
I know.
Honey, you said you would never. Baby, actually, what?
Okay, first of all, it wasn't my fault because I went in and she said, okay, but where have you gotten it? And I said, my 11s and my forehead. And she was like, so never crow's feet. And I was like, I haven't got them, but I'm interested in talking about it today because they've been starting to bother me a little bit.
No.
My makeup settles in it and it looks a little dry. And she's like, okay. And then that was with the nurse. Then the doctor comes in to do it.
Yeah.
And she's like, how many units have you had? Whatever. I'm talking to her about it again. And she goes, okay, I think 40 or 42 is going to be good. It's like conservative, but also enough for you because like your one side's really strong. So we kind of got to like...
that forehead be strong.
We got to dose her up. I was like, freeze me, bitch. And then she was doing it and she was like, frown, lift your eyebrows, blah, blah. And then she said, big smile. And then I felt her go in my eye. And I was like,
I'm not going to lie to you, honey. I'm sad about that.
Well, honey, I'm still going to have like some smiley stuff.
It's
just not intense. Yeah, but honey, it fades. It goes away. If we don't love it, it goes away. And I'm not going to be able to have it for like at least a year. So
the background of why I'm saying this is Cam has always said she gets Botox and she but she'll never get in her crow's feet because smile lines are so beautiful and everyone should let them be.
Okay, no. I said,
and she said,
when I was starting,
get your crow's feet done.
No, I'm not going to stand for this. I said that I wanted to focus on my like negative lines, like your frown lines, your mad face, because I don't need those lines to stay on my face. They're not like a sign of happiness.
And now when she's mad, she's just like straight up.
Where your smile lines, your crow's feet, I'm like, that's sweet. It's like signs of good life, happiness. But I've noticed them coming. I like when they come up this way, but I've been noticing them down, and by this way for those who aren't watching, when they come from like the corners of your eyelash and up, like what you have right there, it's so cute. I love that when it's like up. But I've been noticing I have them coming down at the corners of my eye, and I feel like it pulls my face down and it doesn't look like a smile line.
I've never noticed that.
So I don't like them. And they've been bugging me and they like make my skin look dry and I don't like them. So do stuff for yourself. Well, what you want to do.
Okay,
and that's what I wanted to do.
Well, may I share something with you?
Yeah.
Or may I ask you a question?
Yes.
I think that's a better approach.
Okay.
If you like how it looks, and I feel like it has taken some of your natural joy away, and you want to keep getting it, and I feel sad because it's like a part of you is missing, what happens then? You'll keep getting it?
Yes. Okay. I would like you to share that with me if you're like, oh yeah, I did prefer it before. Okay. Because it's like, I think anytime whenever you're telling something, any critique of how they look, if they can fix it and change it is when you tell them. Like,
right.
You never want to comment on someone who like just chopped all their hair off and like it's not going to grow back immediately. Yeah. Don't say that. With this, I think you can tell me and be like, oh yeah, you know what? Like, I think that took away too much. Then I can talk to my doctor and be like, can we do it more subtle? Can we do this? But if I say, I really like how it looks and I feel confident, then I think you shouldn't say more about it and that I should keep doing it.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, I think like everyone needs to do what makes them feel most confident. Agree. And especially when it comes down to like little lines on my eye are not like make or breaking if you're attracted to me.
It's certainly not make or break. It is something I like really love about you. So that's where it's like, it's something that it's like, it's almost like a dimple to me.
Yeah. But the thing is, I smile so big and I have bigger cheeks that my eyes scrunch up so much. That's never going to change. It's just going to help me not get such intense lines there from that. And then that'll make me more like, I've gotten to a point where I'm like trying to smile too big in pictures because I'm like, I'm not liking the way that it's looking. It's just too intense. It's bugging me.
Well, I trust you and I'm happy for you. And I hope nothing but the best for your future.
Thanks, baby. Thanks so much. But yeah, as we said, we're nervous for, IVF and egg retrieval. And I just feel like kind of what you're saying about how your chiropractor was like talking about knowing what to expect stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like in this journey, the doctors and the people we've been working with, the professionals who have the information, they do this all day, every day. It's second nature to them, that they forget that this isn't second nature to us. Most people they work with are doing it for the first time. And I just feel like there's like a lack of, like, I kind of want more hand holding and like protection and calmness and being like, this is what you can expect every step of the way. And I get it. They're busy and they don't want to do that. Like, it's made me also want a doula for when I'm pregnant. Like, I want someone advocating for us and telling me why we're doing stuff.
Yeah.
Because I have to rely on Google, and that can be a scary place looking at medical stuff.
Well, I hope at least that this is just that we will get all of the hand holding in the world once we actually start the process. Like, nothing is actually started for us. We just picked our IVF doctor.
I just mean, like, they didn't even tell us. They didn't tell us not to drink alcohol leading up to starting the shots for egg retrieval. Like, we
asked him that on our call and took those notes. All I'm saying is I understand what you're saying, and I do hope that it is better. Yeah. But I think that they are going to do, like, they're like world renowned.
No,
like, I think they're going to be amazing once we actually start the process.
Yeah. I just think doctors are world renowned for their results and not necessarily for their
bedside
transparency and information sharing.
Yeah.
Like, if they get us pregnant at the end of the day, that's what I care about.
Yeah.
But I would also like there to be like an agency telling us, hey, this, like, the information I've already gotten from DMs and people online is so incredible. Even saying that, like, there's a certain one that you don't want to, a certain injection you don't want to do too fast, or it hurts more, or this one needs warmed up properly, or it's like really uncomfortable. And when you're doing the IVF shots, you need to do it, you have to heat the area first, but when you're doing the egg retrieval shots, you ice the area first. There's so many little nuances that would never know.
Right.
So keep the hints coming, keep the advice coming, because we really appreciate it. I know a lot of people start off their DMs like, hey, I know you didn't ask, like, so sorry if this is too much. It's not. Like, I might not be able to respond to everyone because it's a lot of information coming. I just posted on my Instagram a post for people to like share and talk to make it easier. We're going to share on the podcast. So there are places dedicated to like, please give your information, because it's really helpful to have any intel in this.
We have a chat on our Discord called like baby making journey or something like that. That's been really great. I asked a couple questions there.
Yeah, it's helpful to like have people who have been through this and have them be successful and explain how many times it's taken them. And I don't know, just I feel like equipped with that knowledge of like knowing kind of a little bit more what to expect. Feels better.
Can't believe we're starting this now.
I know.
I'm like, oh my God. Like,
I know.
It feels like this podcast will be so cool for us to have someday. I mean, it is now, but like the fact that we were planning our wedding, then we bought a house, and now we're doing IVF, and then someday it's going to be like, hopefully we'll like have kids and be like, I can't believe our kid's going to school. Like, this is so crazy. Is this going to...
It's weird that it's all happened like...
Keep going.
On this couch, behind these mics. Well, different rooms, probably
behind
every
these
other day.
Mics.
Behind the mic.
That was cool.
Behind the mic. That was cool.
It's so crazy. It's all happening behind the mic.
It's just wild to have this. Like, people have diaries and people have home videos.
Yeah.
But I feel like having these conversations between us is crazy.
The craziest part is that I look like Sedona Prince.
If you ever say that again, I'm literally going to freak out. Freak out.
Today we were like being cute on the couch, and then out of nowhere I said, do I look like Sedona?
Like, what?
I think it's
in
like
what
tall
world?
brunette. Kind of like...
Isn't she blonde?
I don't know.
You don't even know what she looks like.
I just
No, I'm not even talking about this.
You know, sometimes when you feel like you look like someone and you're like, fuck.
Don't even put that out into the universe.
Anyway, let's talk about body image.
Well, speaking of putting stuff into the universe, I really liked you shared on your TikTok and Instagram this week what you learned about negative self-talk.
Yes.
Even in your head.
Yes.
And I feel like we've talked about this a lot. Like, we all catch us saying negative things about ourselves when we're getting ready or doing stuff. And that's something that I have always worked on not doing, but refuse to do in front of our kids.
Yeah.
I will never, ever have our kid catch me getting dressed and being like, oh, I look so fat in this, or like, I just feel ugly, or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Because it is so damaging to them to think that about, like, see, like, oh, well, mom feels that way about herself. I never, it's one thing to harm myself. I will not harm my kid in that way.
Yeah.
And I've noticed we do it more when the other one's doing it. It's like, if you're putting yourself down, I'm gonna say mine out loud.
I'm like, let me in this party. Let's shit on ourselves.
And it's gross, and it's not helpful, and it doesn't feel good, and it doesn't do anything good.
I also never agree with anything that you say about yourself.
And I don't agree with anything you say, so it's like,
just like so dumb.
What? And I just feel like there's so many studies that this is wrong. Even talking to plants, like there's proven evidence that if you say nice things to a plant, it grows better, it flourishes. So why wouldn't it be the same with us?
Yeah, when I get on like a sadness kick or like a stress kick or whatever, I just start taking in like every piece of content that I could ever find that is about like happiness or resilience or whatever. Yeah. And I've been obsessed with this podcast called The Happiness Lab, and it's just like, it feels like it was made for me. It's like studies about happiness and like positive psychology, or just like any social psychology, really. And the episode I listened to most recently was about like self-compassion and learning to like be kind to yourself. They break self-compassion down into 3 things. One is self-kindness, which is being gentle with yourself in the face of mistakes or failures. The second piece is common humanity, so recognizing that everyone makes mistakes and experiences pain.
Yeah, everybody has those days.
Yeah, everybody has those days. Miley knew it. And then the third is mindfulness, being aware of your emotions without any judgment. And they talk about like the power of just being self-compassionate to yourself.
Yeah.
Some of these things I think is so crazy. So people kinder to themselves had better immune systems, aged more slowly, were better able to stick to healthy lifestyle tactics.
Wow.
People with high self-compassion have a 50% reduction in anxiety and depression symptoms.
50%?
Compared to those with lower self-compassion. Self-compassion is linked to a 20% increase in emotional resilience, which helps individuals bounce back from setbacks more effectively, which is so crazy. Like the fact that like you could be having a tough time with yourself, be kind to yourself through the tough time, and just the kindness alone can help you set back, or can help you get back to like where you want to be, is insane.
Yeah.
And very pertinent to this conversation we're having today is women with higher self-compassion report 34% greater body satisfaction regardless of their body size or shape.
Yeah, and I feel like we've always resonated with that idea, that last point of, it's really never about how we look. It's about how we feel about ourselves.
100%.
If I am fueling my body right, not restricting, not overeating, like really just listening to my body, if I'm moving my body, I don't care what the scale says. I don't care what the mirror shows me. I feel good and I feel proud of myself. I could look exactly the same way, the exact same, but not be treating myself right and not talking to myself right versus doing the right things.
Totally.
And I feel so different about myself.
Yeah. How are you feeling about it? Like, you're the one that's going to ideally get pregnant and be our baby mama, carry mommy, baby mommy milker.
Ew.
Don't say ew to me. I don't like when you say ew.
No, I'm saying because milker, because we joke about that with our friends.
You're mommy milker. You have to deal with it.
Okay, honey.
Say it.
Mommy milker.
Say I'm mommy milker.
Mommy milker. Positive talk.
Go on, say it to yourself.
I am mommy milker.
I'm the mommiest milker.
I'm the mommiest milker.
No, I'm the milkiest mommy.
I'm the milkiest mommy. Ew. That one got me.
I liked it. But now that you're going to be our pregnant mama, what is that? What are you wrestling with in terms of your body image? I know you've had a long
road
journey with that body.
Long journey with
that
the body.
hot bod.
I feel 2 ways, and I almost think I need to stop feeling the negative way. Let me back up. I'm nervous to feel positive about it and it not go well.
Okay, I get that.
There have been, like, most of my friends, when I talk about being pregnant, are all like, oh my God, you're gonna be so cute and chic and great pregnant.
You're like, what up?
Which is really nice to say, But for some reason, it's created like more pressure and more fear
Aw.
that I'm like, because I don't feel that. I'm like, I feel like I'm going to be so swollen, so uncomfortable, like so big, so like miserable. I'm like so scared.
Yeah.
So then having people
That
have this
you're
expectation.
just not gonna like how you look
Yeah.
and feel.
Yeah. And it's not, I know a lot of people get scared of just like the actual pregnancy belly. That doesn't scare me. It's the rest of my body.
Yeah.
But when I really sit and think about it, I've been doing a lot of meditation when I get my acupuncture, because if I don't meditate, I will freak the fuck out. This last session, for the first 15 minutes, they put a needle in my stomach for the first time, and I was ready to like jump off the table.
This bitch gets boop, boop, boop all across her forehead, crow's feet, whatever, and is totally fine. And then when it
Because
comes
it doesn't
to your,
stay in you. They don't leave a needle. They go boop,
that's
boop,
so
boop, boop.
true.
I'm like,
it's the fact that it's just sat there, huh?
yeah, I'm so fine when I'm laying there and they're doing acupuncture and they're tapping them in. It feels weird, but if they went tap in and out, I would go 10 times a day with no problem. It's sitting.
Yeah.
That's why blood being drawn freaks me out.
That's fair. Okay,
It's all
sorry.
of that. It's a needle sitting in my body.
I get why that's worrisome. It doesn't feel like it should.
No. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm going to hit it. Yeah. So I've been doing a lot of meditation, and I have been kind of like talking to our kid while I do it. And I really do, when I'm meditating and I'm thinking about my body, I am not at all thinking like, oh my God, I'm going to gain a lot of weight and I have to deal with this. It is literally like my little soul is going to get to meet my baby's little soul. And this body that my soul is using is so cool and so powerful and like so special that it's going to help me bring this little baby so I can meet it in person. And it's so powerful. And like when I was laying there, I was talking to our little baby and I was like, hi, little guy, can you help me get me through this? Like, I know that this is just my body and it can handle it.
That's so sweet.
But I'm having a hard time disconnecting and like letting it go. And then in like 15 minutes, I fell asleep. It was really great.
Aw.
But I feel in my heart of hearts that it's going to be a really magical and beautiful experience for me.
Yeah.
And almost not an excuse to not care about my body, but like
a practice in not caring about your body.
but kind of like it's serving a purpose.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like an exercise for you in some way.
Yeah. But right now, when I don't like my body, I'm like, what is my excuse to not like my body? Go do something. Go change it. If you don't like the way you look right now, then go do something. Either get over it and let it go, or go do something about it. And that's where I get really hard on myself. And that's when like bad practices come into play, where I'm like, okay, do something about it. And then I want to do a quick thing about it.
Right.
But when I'm pregnant, my body's whole purpose is to like protect this baby and to grow this baby. And whatever it has to do, whether my nose has to grow for that to happen, whether I have to gain weight, whether I have to be swollen, that's okay. Because it's serving a purpose. So in my mind, I'm going to be okay.
Yeah.
I'm more worried about postpartum when it's like not serving this purpose. I hope I'm gentle with myself and can give myself a little grace of like, you literally just created life in your body.
I hope
like,
that for you too.
It's not going to look the same. It's not going to feel the same.
Yeah.
But I'm just scared having body dysmorphia and my body looking close to the same most of my life and still having those extreme swings.
Right. Like even if you change in a little way, you really see it.
Yeah. Like I've been within like the same 10, 15 pounds my whole life.
That's awesome.
But I don't feel
Since
like
you were born, bro?
Yeah, since I was born.
Dude,
came out the womb 125. But
damn, brother.
And that I have had moments where I'm like, I'm so much bigger than I've ever been, or I'm smaller, or like whatever. That when I'm actually going to significantly have body changes, I don't know what that's going to be like. And I don't know how I'm mentally going to handle that. But I think what I need to do is just move my body in very gentle, loving ways. And try to like continue to nurture and treat it well. And I feel like I have been good at that these past however many years. I think I've gotten really good at being mentally better with it, even when I self-talk poorly. But I guess, if we're self-talking a bit better, it's going to help a lot.
I think, one, I'm so excited to see you pregnant. Like I cannot wait to see what you look like, because you're just going to be you just with our little friend in there. And like, and you will be swollen and you will be slower and you will like be craving shit that I have to go drive in the middle of the night to go get. But I'm like genuinely excited for that. I really am.
I love you.
And I this is so silly, but like, I'll take a picture of Cam that I just think she looks so beautiful. She looks so cute. We're like doing something and she'll like look at the picture and be like, oof, don't post that or something. Like you just really are like so harsh on yourself.
Yeah.
And I really hope somehow that like pregnancy allows you to like see yourself in a different light, because I want to be able to have all those pictures of you. I want to be able to like document every part of this and not feel like, I don't know. I want you to see yourself the way that I see you so badly, because I think you're so stunningly beautiful. And like, I want to be a little freak over you all the time. Like I want to be down bad and like be able to show you that. And to like, I just wish there was ways that I could help you feel it more.
Yeah.
And it's sad with like your loved ones. You just can't communicate.
Yeah.
Always how you see things from like your inner space, you know?
I think it's also really difficult in a relationship that's two women.
Yeah.
And we're both hard on our bodies.
Yeah.
But then we have like the same bodies that when one of us is mean, if you're mean to yourself, I hear it about me.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like if you say something negative about your size and I know that I've gained weight or I'm not liking my legs that day and you make a comment about your legs, like I think you have the nicest legs and my legs are what I really struggle with.
Yeah.
So when you say something about your legs being not good, I'm like, oh my God, if she doesn't like her legs, what the fuck is she thinking about mine?
Right.
Because I think hers are perfect and beautiful. And I know you're not comparing to me. You're comparing to
me.
Past versions of yourself or what you want to be. It's all, we're only comparing to ourselves 9 times out of 10, unless like we're scrolling the internet and you get hit by someone like with this body that you think you want to have.
Yeah.
But when I'm negative talking about myself, I'm never at all thinking about negatively on anyone else. I've never one time looked at a single human in my life and thought a negative thing about their body. No. Not a single time in my life.
Well, I'll take that back. I have done that with like boys that are like the hygiene.
That's different.
Is it?
Hygiene is not
like
body
like
type.
Toenails and shit. I'm like, that's bro, ew.
Oh, then I think that every day.
You're like, suddenly I'm so negative to other people's bodies.
No. I'm not. I'm saying like their body type, their
shape,
size,
their
I'm not talking
features.
about if they've showered. If they
if
they are not clipping their toenails and showering,
that ain't
they got
right.
dirty feet.
Say it with me.
That ain't right.
That ain't right. Yeah,
But I think it makes it really hard.
It makes
on
it
us.
really hard.
And it impacts us a lot. And like,
yeah.
We both right now don't like the other one being there when we're like getting dressed. Like when it's not, I know that you're perceiving my body and it's just me like getting dressed or getting in the shower. We both are kind of being like, can I have space? Or like, no. And it sucks. And we're both doing it to each other.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'm feeling so insecure, so I don't want you watching and talking to me when I'm trying to get dressed. Because if I put something on and I'm like, fuck, these jeans look horrible, I don't want you to see that.
Oh, honey.
But then it sucks because I know when I come up to you and you're getting dressed and you kind of shoo me away, I feel so sad.
Same.
But then like we're both doing it.
My favorite thing in the world is going into your office closet situation when you're changing and you have like a pair of jeans on and nothing on top, and I like try to hug you and I just like want to be around you, and I feel really sad when you're like, can you like not right now? And it's like, and I do that to you too, and I would love for both of us to be like, this person is insanely attracted to me, I should try to get there mentally in my head and like let them enjoy it and maybe compliment myself and like try to imagine what it is that they're thinking or seeing or feeling right now.
Yeah.
Instead of just being like, no, you don't see the real me. That's what I feel like I'm doing. I'm like, don't get too close. That's the mirage will be broken.
Yeah. And it's crazy because nothing makes me feel hotter and sexier than when I know you like the way I look. Mm-hmm. So it's, if we could just give in a little bit and like push past that first instinct of, ugh, I feel gross. I don't want her to see that. And then also think all the negative things I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Trust the other person, because we both tell each other all the time how beautiful we think each other is and how hot we think each other is. Trust our partner and let them hug on us, kiss on us. And maybe that'll help reframe our own thinking, even just a little bit. And then maybe the next outfit I put on, I might be like having those thoughts of what you just said to me, or you hugging, kissing on me in the back of my head. And I might like that next outfit because that kind of changed the way I was thinking. But yeah, we got to stop pushing each other away when we're like feeling uneasy about our bodies.
I love you.
I love you.
I think that, and we want to talk about this on like another ep because it's like such a hot topic. But I think body image in lesbian relationships is what leads to so much of like lesbian deathbed, whatever it's called, bed death, whatever it is. Yeah. Because like you're feeling so conscious about your own body that you're like, I can't even give myself to you like that.
It's so hard to relax and just enjoy and get like swept up in it.
Yeah.
When you're feeling insecure about your body.
Yeah.
And then when you're both feeling insecure about your body, it's like, it just feels so top of mind for both of us. And yeah, I think it is clicking that it's getting lost in translation, that your insecurities about your body aren't your insecurities about my body.
Yes.
But it's really hard to not feel that way.
Totally. We should talk about that on a big ep.
Yeah, I think we need to kind of get into like sex and pushing past that and how to navigate that. And yeah, because it is such a big component about feeling uncomfy about your body.
Well, I love your body.
I love your body.
And I want nothing more than for this next chapter of our lives to be like very freeing and also very like proud to be a woman vibe. Like, I'm really excited about that. I've always thought pregnancy would be that thing for me. But then when I realized I didn't want to get pregnant, I feel like this is the closest I'll get, which is
still
like,
your egg.
It's still my egg, and I'm still undergoing things, and I'll be like so hopped up on hormones in like 2 fucking weeks, which is insane. Yeah. And I want to feel the feeling of like, whoa, like being a woman is like so powerful and cool.
Yeah.
And obviously I felt that, but I'm just saying as it relates to my body, it's like
what our bodies do.
Which brings me to another topic.
What?
I really think I want to get a breast reduction.
Yeah.
I always told myself growing up that I would do it after I breastfed. That was my thing. I was like, the one thing I'm going to wait for in life is my boob reduction, and I will do it right when I'm done breastfeeding because I'll like get a tune up after things are done.
Yeah, you're like, might as well not.
Now that I'm not going to do that, I'm like, I really don't want to deprive myself of something that I really do think would make me happier.
You have talked about it for as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
That if it's something that's going to make you feel better, and not just about your body mentally, but physically. I feel like your back, like whenever I go to rub your back at the end of the day and you take your you wear these uncomfortable sports bras all day long.
Just to
you have
hold
like
shit
lines
up.
in your back from them. It is hurting. Like your frame is so small. Your little shoulders cannot. They are. Your little shoulders are so tiny. I'm like, they are not equipped to hold up those big boobies. And I will, RIP, miss them so much. I'm going to get a mold of them made before you get rid of them.
That'd be sick.
I'm going to motorboat them every day until they're gone.
But
I think you'll be way happier doing that.
I know that so much of my physical pain is from that. My chest pain, my back pain, my neck pain. I'm so crunched. There's so much there. And also
it makes you feel like it's your heart, which is so bad for your health anxiety.
So bad for my health anxiety. Yeah. And I just think like it will feel so good. Like the physical side 100%, but also mentally for me. I'm just like, it has always been a thing. I want to hide them, and it makes me stand less tall, and it makes me feel shriveled up, and which makes the physical stuff worse. It's like just this bad cycle that I think
time to kind of do something.
It's just it's time to do something. What size do you go to though?
I think you go to consult a doctor, and they can kind of like show you what, like there's crazy imagery they can do, and they can like basically show you what it would look like and
vibes,
help you figure out what like fits your body and fits like it comes down to so much like what is your skin like there, do you have dense boobs, you not, like there's so many factors involved.
If anyone's had a breast reduction, holler at your girl. I know that
Yeah.
every fucking 3 years I put something out on Instagram and I'm like, okay, guys, now's the time. Tell me. But maybe now's the time.
Yeah.
I might do it like while you're pregnant for like, I think it's like 2 weeks. I don't think it's a very long. Or is that going to be crazy?
I don't know. That's something I think we should research, because like we should figure out what time of pregnancy is like the easier
easiest,
time, because
yeah.
also is it going to be hard for me to like, I want to be able to take care of you during that.
Yeah.
But if it's like a hard part of my pregnancy and I'm not equipped to be taking care of you, that might be tough.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Or maybe I'll get a boob lift after I breastfeed and then we can get boob jobs taken.
No, that would be really hard because then we won't be able to like pick stuff up.
Oh, yeah.
Including
Pick
our
up the
newborn baby.
You're right. Okay, we're not doing that. I'll worry about that later.
Well, this was fun. Is there any closing thoughts you would like to share on your...
I want to ask if there's anything like I can do, or like even just correcting you when I hear negative self-talk. Is there anything I can do to help you kind of work on this and improve your negative
Headspace
self, get
around
rid
it?
of your negative self-talk, I guess. She threw her phone. She got so excited.
This thing is so fucking beat up.
I feel like since Taryn dropped and broke her phone one day,
Literally
and
the back piece
since
shattered.
you dropped it that day, you now drop your phone constantly.
Wait, I broke the back. This is Brokeback Mountain.
Oh,
I'm so dumb. I'm so funny. I'm so good.
yeah. What?
I'm so whatever.
There's a fly in here.
Oh God.
Oh God.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. What can I do to kind of assist you through that?
I think what's really hard is like I need our getting ready time to be more fun, and I don't. That's like a big ask of you because
Yeah.
I think it's a very mentally hard time for you. Like
Yeah.
you don't have very much fun getting ready, and you like to be alone. And but for me, that is when I feel most vulnerable too.
Yeah.
And I find myself trying to overcompensate, and sometimes I'll like zip around and play fun music and like try to make jokes with you and try to like be
And I'm
all in
like,
your space.
Please leave me alone.
And you're like, leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah.
But that's just, it's hard because that's the moment that I think I need.
You're trying to get your mind off of it.
I'm trying to get my mind off it, and I'm so alone.
Yeah.
And you're so alone because you're trying to focus.
Yeah.
But I'm like, the last thing I need right now while I'm trying on a bunch of clothes and seeing my body in the mirror and whatever is just my brain.
Yeah. I hear that.
So
I don't
know that that's fixable, but that's
Yeah, I
what
don't
comes
know
to
if
mind.
that's something that I can promise that I can give you, but it's something that I can try and see.
Yeah.
And maybe, who knows, maybe it would be better for me too. I sometimes need to be a little bit of a recluse and be in my own space, and I like to focus. And sometimes even when I'm really like happy and enjoying it, that's my zone out time and I like it. So I don't know if that's a promise I can make, but I can promise that I will give that a try at least some of the time.
Yeah.
And even if it means like I'm going and getting ready earlier and before you, so that I've at least like somewhat finished that, so I can like, I also feel like you like a lot of help when you're getting ready, and then I'm like, I need to like focus on myself getting ready. I can't like take care of you when I'm like, I'm sinking. I gotta put on my own oxygen mask.
Totally. That's fair.
But yeah, I'm sure there's ways to combat that if that's something that you're like desiring, that connection during that time.
It's just a thought.
Okay.
What about you?
I think mine is more around once I'm pregnant, I really don't think I'll be able to hear negative body talk about yourself.
Okay, that's fair.
Because it's going to be like,
if you think that,
seriously.
then what does that mean?
Yeah, and like you think you're feeling big and bloated right now?
Yeah, I
like,
hear you.
Whoa. So I think
I'm like, I'm so bloated. I feel like there's a baby in my belly.
yeah, I feel like that's gonna
Don't I look
set
pregnant?
me on.
That would suck. No, I will be really careful.
So it's
That'll
like,
be good for me.
I think that'll be like, your negative self-talk isn't just to help yourself. It's also going to be important for me. So I think that'll like even be more motivation to be nicer.
I'm down, brother.
And I'm going to ask you to say either out loud or in your head in the morning, you can do it on your own, like nice things about literally your appearance. Like, I don't even need you to say you're cool, you're funny, all of that, because I feel like
Whoa.
you're better at that. I do.
You're like, because you say that shit every day.
No, I just think those are great too. It's great to tell yourself those things. But I think you almost overcompensate for being negative about your appearance by saying nicer things about yourself in other ways. So
that is literally just how I feel like I literally exist through life.
What do you mean?
Like, I'm like,
I will be smart
I was
and
never
cool
hot,
and funny.
so I'll just be funny.
That's crazy.
This is how I truly feel.
Okay, so then I'm definitely giving you homework in the morning or when you're getting ready, whenever you want to do it, look in the mirror and literally be like, I am so hot. What the fuck?
Yeah, well, then you have to do the same thing.
I do that sometimes.
Well, you need to do it with me.
No, I think it's like needs to be very serious on your own, like focus.
I do it too. I say I'm so cute all the time.
Yeah, but I want you to not just say cute because you don't like when I call you cute.
But cute I can handle. Cute I believe. I'm like, I am kind of cute. Hot? What? That's like me looking at myself being like, you're the president, Taryn. It's like, no, I'm not. It's fun to think about, but
what on earth?
But
you're still being negative right now. We're starting off bad.
No, I'm just being honest, but I know that I can give myself a little bit more love. I think that the like negativity that I'm feeling even in a jokey way is just because I haven't been like treating my body the way that I want to be treating my body when it comes to fitness. Yeah. I think I've done a really good job with my diet recently. The last couple months, but as far as fitness, I feel like I haven't gotten fully in my groove. Yeah. So I don't look at myself and feel those things yet. And I'm not saying I have to earn it, but it's just that's the reality of where my head is at. Yeah, it's not about earning it.
It's about like working towards something. Like making. I mean, that's with any manifesting.
Celebrate my progress. Maybe I'll just be like, nice. Look at that distinction in your calf. That's newer. You didn't have that yesterday.
But also, I don't think we need to perhaps only be celebrating the changes. It's being excited with where we are right now, I think is really important. It's not just about like, ooh, more definition in my leg, because we should feel just as good about our bodies right now. Like our bodies change, they fluctuate. Yeah. And that shouldn't change how we feel about ourselves.
That's so true, bestie. But it does feel as if we've backslidden at the end of this conversation.
So then should we just move on to the pee-pee story? We did our best, y'all.
We did our best. We did our breast.
Oh my god.
Okay, this pee-pee story's fucking nutty.
Oh,
I'm calling it
stoked.
How 2 of our podcast listeners left long-term relationships for each other after meeting in Discord.
Okay. I did not know they were in relationships.
In her words, quote, I listened to a podcast and she listened to a podcast. And we met somewhere in the middle and fell in love. All by chance.
Okay. Cute as shit.
Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
Are you liking how I set this up? I like titled it. Yes. I like did a teaser.
I'm calling it. I'm loving this. Okay, great. I'm on the edge of my seat.
Okay,
I'm not. I'm in like the back corner.
Stay there
of the couch,
with your big juicy ass.
Whoa.
but a good version of big. And juicy, a good juicy.
The perfect size. Perfect juiciness.
Okay.
I love you.
So they're both in our Discord, which is our group chat for all of our podcast listeners.
It could be you too. All you have to do is join the Discord.
Join the Discord.
It's
you
free.
Might find the love of your life. You might leave a love of your life for the real love of your life. Whatever.
Well, that's
no, we're very excited. Okay. Here we go. This is their words now.
Okay.
She posted a question in the book chat and I responded, and we haven't stopped speaking since. Our conversation sparked over attending book clubs and spiraled from there. We uncovered things about each other, me living in North Carolina and her living in NYC. Both of us being close in age, the music we both liked, the books we both liked, the podcasts we both liked, and here's where it gets fun, the fact that both of us were in long-term serious relationships. Oof. Nonetheless, our friendship pushed on. We talked about anything, bantering with each other along the way. About a month into us meeting, an artist that we both liked released tour dates, obviously going to New York City and nowhere near North Carolina. We joked around that I should go to the NYC date in September. So this is like 4 months from now.
Okay.
And the next thing I know, I was buying the ticket. And then I was buying the plane ticket. And then we were planning the trip. At this point, still, we are both so excited to have met a friend that we clicked with so much. It felt so exciting to feel so connected with someone and feel like I could talk to them for hours, even if it was about silly things. Over the next couple months, we talked endlessly. We read books together and shared our underlines. I know. That's the cutest thing ever. I italicized that because I thought it was so cute.
That is so
I should have fucking underlined it.
Yeah.
What's wrong with me? We listened to albums together and sent Notes app reviews. We started to move into a space that felt like it was crossing over from friendship into, wow, do I have a crush on this person? Oh, all of a sudden, I was standing at a crossroads. My 7-year relationship on one side and this girl on the other that I could not get out of my head. I wanted to jump with her so badly. And so I did. We ended our long-term relationships and jumped together.
Oh my God.
It was painful and scary, but the best thing I've ever done.
Oh.
And to think that all these feelings were happening without even actually having met each other yet. So they haven't even gone to the book event or anything, or gone to the tour.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God. They ended their relationship with the other
met.
person before they've even met.
Yep. All this happening without us actually meeting each other yet. We counted down the days until she would come to North Carolina in June. We talked endlessly about our feelings, our dreams for life, our quirks, and our fears of the situation, the highs and lows and everything in between. I knew I could fall in love with her without touching her, and I did. I was starting to have that cliche feeling of when you know, and I knew that I had found my person. All of our little choices pushing us towards each other, as I like to call it, fate. I had never felt so seen, so understood, so listened to and appreciated. I feel like I knew. But did I know? Could I really know until I had seen her face to face? Come June, she was finally going to be here right in front of me. My girl, the one I would have endlessly jumped for. Oh. We were both so nervous and spiraling, but I kissed her and everything fell right into place. I felt like I'd found my focus and it was her. Every single confusing or painful thing within the situation didn't hold a candle to how I felt about her. When I looked at her, I knew I had found my person. The one that I wanted forever, as crazy as the story sounds, and as crazy as it felt. After the June visit, we promised to be good and not book another trip until the NYC concert trip in September.
Yeah, right.
Less than a week later, she had already booked another plane ticket to come back in July.
Classic.
If I wasn't
buying that for a minute.
Yeah. If I wasn't already 100% sure that was my wife, July had solidified it more. We talked about it endlessly because it felt so unbelievable, like something you can't believe until you actually feel it yourself. I look at her and I know it. I love her like it's what I was always supposed to do. And now I can't believe that there was anything before her. We laugh, we cry, we argue, we sit and read quietly together on FaceTime. We yap for hours when we're supposed to be going to bed. Oh. We joke that this feels like we're teenagers despite the fact that we're in our early 30s. This is a dream. Love, too madly in love, forever peepees.
Oh my God.
Iconic behavior.
Congrats, you two. That is the cutest shit. Also, I'm really proud of you both for realizing your connection and leaving your current situations, because you could have, out of fear, stayed and waited and like realized there was feelings there, but not wanting to like risk it all, especially before meeting.
You
and
also could have cheated and been messy.
It sucks that there's two other people in the story who probably had their hearts broken, but you weren't their people.
Yeah.
And the sooner they can realize that, the sooner they can start healing, and the sooner they can find their person. Oh my God, imagine they end up together.
Oh my fucking God. They're like, we're two girls who met in the Discord that our other girls met each other in and left each other
because
for.
We were trying to find out if they were more than friends.
And we didn't even listen to your stupid podcast, and here we are.
But damn, that's so cute. And I love that they're in their 30s.
Same.
Because like, I feel like a lot of lesbians have had these stories of like liking someone before you meet them and being like, wait a minute, am I just making assumptions of who this person is? And I feel like when you're younger, it's harder to kind of like be logical and remember that you don't know this person yet. But being in your 30s and having experiences and being with someone for 7 years, like you kind of start to learn who you are and what you want and how to like assess if someone's right for you. So crazy. That's so exciting. Cute. So wait, they're officially together, right?
I fucking think so.
Yeah.
She's like,
she said that
the love of my life.
Her wife.
Yada.
Wow.
So awesome. So proud of you.
Wait, that's really crazy.
I know.
I can't believe they met in the Discord. And to think we
not
like
just for
almost
bringing
didn't
people
make
together.
the Discord.
Yo, at Discord, sponsor us.
Yeah. People are falling in love.
People are falling in love in our Discord.
That's so crazy.
Fucking sick, brother.
Please send us a wedding invite.
Honestly.
I really, unless you guys do like a small thing, we totally understand.
Let us zoom in.
Like, at least send us, like, at least tell us more about it, even if you can't invite us.
Yeah.
We'll send you a gift. I just want to know about it. I just want to know about it.
All right, PPs. What a story. And to the rest of you PPs, maybe you can find love in Discord, or if you're with someone, nice.
It's like, where are you going with this?
I don't know.
We love you guys so much, and we will see you next week.
We'll see you next week. Love
Bye.
you guys.